Hello, this is Michael English, and you're listening to my good friend Seamus Long on ICMR.
Now, there you have it. That is, of course, Michael English and friends, and Come Sing With Me. And I'll tell you, we have Michael English now. I'm not sure whether he has any of his friends with him, but he's on board here and he's ready to have a little bit of a chat. How are you going on there, Michael? Are you well?
Hello there, Seamus, and thanks very much for having me on. And I hope that you're well, and all of the listeners, I hope that they're all keeping well and keeping safe in these unusual times, I suppose.
Yeah, it's very strange times, all right, you know, yourself, very much so, very much so. Now, I'll tell you, just after playing your song there, Come Sing With Me, and it's MGM used to have a great boast years ago that they had more stars than there were in heaven. And I tell you, just looking at the list of artists and stars that you have involved, not just singers, but you have members of Fair City, Dancing with the Stars, you have loads of different artists on a song that you wrote yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, Seamus, I suppose a few people contacted me and said, you know, what can we do to recognise and to support and pay tribute to all of the people who are doing so much for other people and for the country. And I suppose I thought about it for a while, and you know, we can't come together physically, but I thought if we came together virtually and showed these people that we are supporting them, and that was the whole idea for behind the song. So I sat down at the piano and wrote the song last Friday week, and then I thought, you know, it would be lovely if all of these people would join me on the song. So I just put a post on social media, and then over the course of the next day or two, I had about 50 people call me and said we'd love to sing on the record. So it's amazing. The record was recorded and the video recorded, and everybody, without anybody opening their front door, everybody was in their own house recording their own video, and that goes for the people singing, the producers, the people in the studios, the drummers, the musicians. Everybody did it from their house. And so it all came together very quickly. Then we had it all finished in maybe 2 days, and we put it up on social media last Tuesday, and all of a sudden people started looking at us, and it's almost 600,000 people have viewed it now, which is very comforting and very. It makes our job worthwhile when we see that 600,000 people have actually sat down and listened to it and watched it, and hopefully it will bring them, as I said at the beginning, it will bring them some comfort and understanding that the people in Irish show business and in Irish music are supporting them, thinking of them, and standing with them. And we like to call them the silent hero, because, you know, you'll never see any of these people on the news or in newspapers or news bulletins. But these are the people who over 70 who are cocooning in their house on their own, many of them living on their own. And then you have the other people who are like children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews who are doing ordinary everyday things we would have thought a couple of weeks ago, but now are a huge necessity to these people. So all of these people, we like to think of them as silent hero, going about quietly in their own way, but doing an awful lot of good to help the most vulnerable in our society. And that's what the song is to do, to pay tribute to those people.
Yeah, because you have all the doctors, nurses, you have the post office staff, you have people working in shops. You have, there's so many different, that we don't appreciate until they're gone.
Well, we probably don't understand. We probably don't sit down to think for a minute while there are, you know, everybody in hospitals and those people, you know, are living saints looking after the most vulnerable, and people in nursing homes. But then we have people in supermarkets packing the shelves and sitting at checkouts, and then it goes right down the line to the people in the truck drivers who have to deliver the food and have to go to factories and collect the food, and all of those people are putting their I suppose, their self to the fore, even though it must be difficult. If you were to sit down and think about it, you'd probably start worrying a lot. But these people are getting up every morning, they're leaving their families, and they're getting out on the road and helping everybody, and we should take our hat off to them, and that's really what the song is about for all of those people.
Well, if you're listening out there, folks, make sure and get that song out there as much as possible. Come Sing With Me. There's millions of well, not millions, but close enough to that anyway, artists all involved, and I won't name any names because I'd be unfair. I'd probably miss someone. But and as Michael was saying there, all done from the comfort, well, not the comfort, but the confines of their own homes, all the different people that contributed to the song. And modern technology is great. It's a long way from modern technology, I'd say, from when you started out yourself, Michael.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I started, it's the same today. We go to a recording studio and we stay in there for 3 or 4 days or longer and write and record music. But nowadays, we still do that. But with the current situation that we're in, it's amazing that we could do this without leaving our homes. And I don't mention. Try not to mention names of everybody that's on it because I leave somebody out as well. But we've everybody from country music, a lot of my friends from country music, a lot of people from Irish music, from stage and screen and sports and theatre and Fair City and Dancing with the Stars. And it's important to say that I never contacted any of these people. They contacted me, which was, I just put, as I said earlier, a post on social media. And they're the ones who phoned me. I would hate to ring around people and ask them to do it because I wouldn't like to compromise anybody in case they were doing their own song or whatever. And all of these people would be my friends. So I decided not to phone one and not phone another. So these people came on to me, and they all were on in a day or two after seeing the post. And for all of those people, I know and thousands of people will be listening to you, Seamus, online. So it's very easy, to have a look at the song. They'll wait till you finish, obviously, your program, but they might skip over to the Michael English Facebook page, Michael English Music. It's my Facebook page anyway, and they'll see it there. Come Sing With Me. It's very easy to just have a look at it there on the page, and I think hopefully it'll bring comfort to those who are sitting at home, particularly those, I know without repeating myself, but particularly those people who are living alone, because just after having the weekend there, and I was talking to a good few people on the phone and that who are living alone, they find the weekend very tough, and the weekend with fine weather where you can't get out and about, and it's tough, and hopefully it'll all end soon and these people get back to normality.
Yeah, normality would be brilliant, all right, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, how did you get into the music yourself, Michael?
Well, I'm into music. I never did anything else really from with the big band now about 21 years, and I took a little break all right in the beginning, but how I got into it originally, I suppose I wrote off to Gay Byrne and appeared on the Late Late Show when I was 12 and that kind of thing. But then I started the band. Henry McMahon, from the band leader with the Mainliners, wrote a song for me called The Nearest to Perfect, and that really started me on the road with the band and so on. And Henry became my very first manager, and we had a great relationship. Still do. He's a gentleman, and I just spoke to him the day before yesterday. He's cocooning as well in Castleblaney, and it went from there. Henry became my manager.
And of course, now, if I'm not mistaken, of course, you're fairly handy on the dancing scene as well yourself now. I know.
Well, yeah, I danced all right, but that was in a former life.
A former life, yeah. You decided to make music for people to dance to instead, was it?
Yeah, well, I suppose I was watching, when I was growing up, I was watching, all of the greats like Fred Astaire and people like that who could sing and dance and play and entertain. And I suppose I wanted to have a look at, a go at all different sides of the business. So But that's well and truly gone now, and the music is to the fore.
Music is the main thing now. And of course, we have some listeners that love the accordion, so they're big fans of yours as regards to your capabilities on the squeeze box as well as on the singing end of things.
Yeah, well, I suppose I started with the piano, and the accordion came in only about 6 years ago, whenever Loughlin's Bar came out, because there was a bit in it that in Loughlin's Bar that's a bit of trad music, and so I learned the accordion to be able to play that myself, and it went from there. Then I started to play more and more, and something that I enjoy now. Yeah, I enjoy the accordion.
Now, I have a load of people here, and they're all mad for Michael English to say hello to them. If you wouldn't mind saying hello. Christine Whitmore, now she's over in England. Now she is a dangerous lady. She's been mad for me to go over and clean the windows on her house for a long time. So if you do happen to say hello to her, don't make any promises about cleaning windows for her.
All right. Well, hello to you, Christine. I need mine cleaned here as well, probably. I was looking out upstairs, and they need to be done as well. So if I clean her, she might clean mine. When this lockdown is over. And
Margaret Moore, she's up there in Ochnacloy in Tyrone, and she'd love you to say hello.
Margaret, thanks. I was only in Ochnacloy just about a week before, or 2 weeks before the lockdown. We were after being in America, and I came back for a week before I went to Scotland, and we stopped in. I think it was called the Cozy Corner or something like that in Ochnacloy for our breakfast. So hello to you, Margaret.
And Breathnach Coffee. Breathnach is one of your biggest fans, I think. Now, I'm not sure. She might have posters of you all over her bedroom walls and that. Now, rumour has it.
Yeah, I know Breathnach very, very, very well. And, she's a great supporter. And hello to Sean as well, and his mum as well in Galbally. I know Breathnach's probably chatting to them all the time. Sean is in touch with me. So hello to all the folks down there in Cork and Limerick and all the rest of the guys.
And we have Pat Rooney wants to say hello to you as well. Now, Pat is actually a manager of a Eurospar shop in Bunclody, County Wexford. So he'd be one of the frontline sort of fellas as well, He'd be
a good man, Pat. Yeah, and all the good thanks, Pat, for all you're doing for the local people, because the only outlet people seem to have now is maybe to just tip down to the local shop and just to see a familiar face and have a chat for a few minutes, albeit at a distance. And it's nice for people to be able to get out and be allowed to go down to their shops. I never thought we'd be saying that, but it is nice for people. So well done, Pat.
And Leona Dwyer. Leona, she's a great dancer. She loves her dancing. And she loves herself. Well, now, not as much as she loves me, but don't let on to her boyfriend now that she's always sending me.
Me and you and the boyfriend. It's a three-way love affair. You'll have to play Declan Ernie next after this.
Three-way love affair. And Michelle Orr, she's over there in England.
Thanks, Michelle, very much. I hope you're keeping well.
And Susan and Liz have asked me to wish you a happy birthday for Thursday. And they said to say congratulations to you and all the friends for reaching, well, sure, it's nearly 600,000 views now for Come Sing With Me. And that's Susan and Liz.
Thanks. I know Susan and Liz very well. And Liz is one of our frontline workers, and Susan is a great friend of mine as well. And they're great. So thanks for the wishes,
and
for the
Patricia Birmingham, she says, would you be able to say hello to her mother, Patty Birmingham, in Hazelhatch in Selbridge?
I will. Hello to Patricia and to Patty, to her mother, and Mary is her sister as well. I know Patricia's sister Mary as well, and everybody down in Hazelhatch, and Patricia does great work there at the train station. So thanks very much.
And Maureen Burke is listening in as well. She'd like to say hello to you.
Thanks, Maureen, very, very much.
And Paul Griffin, I'm sure you know Paul, he's a bit of a party animal. He's usually out at all the gigs and the like of that, so he's a huge fan of Cleona Hagan now. So if you say hello to him, he might switch over from Cleona a little bit and go to your gigs a little bit more than to Cleona's now,
I doubt it. I doubt if he'd leave Cleona to come and look at me. Good man, keep going to see Cleona as well. She's She's brilliant at what she does, and she's a great girl.
Oh, she's a wonderful girl, wonderful girl. But I'll tell you, I'm going to let you go there anyway, Michael, and thanks a million for dropping by and having a quick chat with us. And we're all huge fans of yours here on the station, and we always playing your music, so it's great to have you drop by, and the best of good luck with the song, and hopefully it'll get well over 600,000. We'll see, can we push it up to at least 1 million views. So folks, if you can at all, drop over there to Michael English Music and Come Sing With Me is the song, and see how many views can we get for that song. And thanks a million, Michael, for dropping by, and very much appreciated.
Not at all, and thanks to you, Seamus, and to all the listeners. I hope that they keep well. And we always appreciate local radio and all radio, but I think in this pandemic, in these times, we certainly appreciate every radio station more and more, and it's a great comfort to people living on their own, especially, and everybody else. The fact that you're on, Seamus, and everybody else on the station every night. Thanks on behalf of us all, and sure, we'll see you soon, and we'll be able to get back to normal in a little while, and everybody keep safe, and thanks very much, Seamus, for having me on. Before you
go, would you be able to say a quick hello there to Pam and to JC? I believe they're big fans and great friends of your own as well.
Oh, I know Pam and JC, yeah, I know them very well. Pam and JC were great dancers. They're great dancers over in Galway, and I used to meet Pam at many competitions, and then of course Pam is a radio presenter, and she ran a great dance in Salt Hill as well. And they're great people. I hope the both of them are keeping well, and please God, we'll all meet very soon.
And of course, just a quick hello there to JP and to Pat here on the station, Pat Garrett, of course.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, great supporters of mine and great friends of mine too. I know to the lads, yeah.
And Ron Hinsley has just come in there as well. He's over there in Wolverhampton, and Ron I think his mother used to actually sing a lot around Ireland years ago. So so he's a huge music fan, a great country music fan, and a great listener here to the station as well.
Ah, great. Well, thanks, Ron, and thanks to you, Seamus, as well.
No problem at all. And going to play you out with this one. And thanks a million, Michael. As I say, we'll keep playing your music, and hopefully you'll keep coming up with the great songs that you always do. If Michael English drops a song into your letterbox, you know that it's going to be a great one. So thanks a million, Michael, anyway.
Not at all. Keep well, Seamus. And again, thanks to everybody listening in. And please God, we'll all meet again when all this is over, but in the meantime, keep well and keep safe, and thanks for all. God bless. Take care, Seamus. Bye bye.
And thank you, and we're going to hopefully soon be able to dance all night to Michael English.
Come Sunday morning and I feel so bad, my legs are tired and weak. Monday morning I got the blues, I'm so hoarse I could hardly speak.
Bringing you the best in country and Irish music. This is your station, irishcountrymusicradio.com.